And here we have the first part of gameplay in The Last of Us Part 2. Hope you're all sitting down.
If I ever were to lose you,
Yous
I surely
can never
lose
ever tell
myself.
Robert about this scene.
The Last of Us is one of my favourite games. It's got its shortcomings, but it's very emotionally engaging. That central relationship and how it grows is very, very compelling, very involving, and it makes playing the game very rewarding and memorable. The Last of Us 2 makes me hate the games industry and all of humanity, including deep breath, observe the breath, cover the breath with your awareness, including your big fat maw.
We've got a gap, ladies and gentlemen. We're in AAA land. Where's he going? That's staff only back there. This is fucking great stuff. Never in a million years would I have guessed that there'd be cable bashing in The Last of Us 2. Your Honour, I promise never to do it again. I was just desperate. Your Honour, will you let me speak? Your Honour, will you let me speak, Your Honour? Listen, Your Honour. I'm gonna fucking rip your fucking head off. I'm gonna rip your head off and I'm gonna shove it up your maw. No, don't. No, don't. Oh, God.
Trying as I am to move through life with more openness and less judgment, it pains me spiritually to have to say that the sequel to The Last of Us Part 2, which is a really good title, is a massive pile of bland jobbies. Not jobbies that have interesting textural variations or the occasional splash of colour. No. Jobbies that remain entirely consistent throughout. Like a giant misery jobby smoothie. A naturally blended, somehow completely odourless, completely characterless jobby misery smoothie. But bigger than a smoothie because it's a big game in it, so more like a giant jobby misery smoothie puddle. A big puddle of it as well. That looks as if it's been produced by something or someone who hasn't changed their diet in years. Like, for example, say, try and imagine if you can, for example, Neil Druckmann discovers that he's made out of chocolate a few years ago, and every single day for the last few years he's been chowing down on his own fucking deliciousness. And this barely doughy, nutritionally impoverished brown thing is what's come out of him. That'll be £50, please.
You don't get to rush this.
4.
Joel!
Imagine his heat just come flying out of the trees. Joel's heat come flying out of the trees and landed right on your horse, knocking your horse's head off, and you need to play through the whole game riding a horse that's got his Joel's heat. I'm constantly turning around and telling you where to go and all that. Some good banter, some back and forth banter. They've missed a trick. This is luxury this guy was living in. I wonder who he killed for this house. Family of 5. Slaughtered a family of 5 and took their house off them. Let's avenge this guy. pouring it on themselves. Fucking pouring Molotov cocktails on themselves. Try to get a light off each other.
The characters in this brown thing are about as sophisticated as 2-year-olds. John and Ellen are back in it. Boomer and Tank Top are back, obviously. And we're introduced to a whole host of new, interesting and well fleshed out smooth skins that were a real delight, such as Amanda, Janice, Gary, Brad, Flip phone, two scoops out of Gladiator, some lassie with a head, guys that were carrying things, and loads and loads and loads of people who talk really fucking slowly. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, actually, name one, even one video game sequel that's better than this. I'll wait. Just one. Bet you can't. I want to die here. Let me die here.
You want to give it a whirl?
No, really, no. To be perfectly honest, no. Now remember, shoot the kids first,
Try hitting it.
then you can get the parents
Way to draw
later.
it out of where-
I'm gonna kill you. What a load of fish. What a load of fish. He used a crowbar and a double mattress. It's a solid. We're never gonna get through this, guys. Back up the tank. Back up the tank. We'll not get past here.
You want to tell me what's going on with you?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you breathe
Just been
spores.
fucking chased by a load of clickers and fucking exploding bloater cunts bleeding acid everywhere. You want to tell me what's going on with you right now? What a stinking pile of shite.
I could not give one single infected fuck about any character in this game, let alone this creation. Ellie is a one-note bore and a fucking psychopath. Who even knew that combination was possible? The game constantly is making easy, lazy little plot directional shifts that never develop beyond saying this person good, this person bad. It's the character's lack of depth in this silly story that make it a failure. The dismal, pedestrian drivel that is coming out of people's mouths constantly in this make it seem like the first game was a complete fluke.
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was bitten and nothing happened.
Seeing the review I did for The Last of Us 5 or whatever years ago, 5-6 years ago, I was saying what The Last of Us does best. One of the things it says, what The Last of Us does best is it doesn't go over all details. I specifically say this in the review. It doesn't do what other games do, where it makes you sit and listen. Like, it doesn't tell you the story in a mind-numbing way that makes you sit and listen to things that you have, as the player yourself, experienced. Here is The Last of Us 2 now doing exactly what I said the first one did well to avoid. I don't work here, hen. I'm just filling in for somebody, I don't know. You could try her there next to the clicker. Spinning around, looking for stuff and spinning around, spinning around, spinning around, looking for stuff and spinning around. There's a thing, let's pick it up. Can't be bothered fucking reading it, put it in your pocket, spinning around. Feels good. All that gurgling, all the blood squirting it. When you kill their dogs, the anguish in their voices when you kill their dogs, that's what you want, innit? That's what you want. That's the good stuff. Who's this fucking game for? Get involved with this window into the next generation of gaming. How do I get this fucking bin to sit on this ramp? Fantastic. Loving it. Loving the content. Loving to have to watch a fucking animation of opening an empty cupboard. Loving that animation of opening an empty fucking cupboard. That was about 3 seconds that we'll never get back. Loving the hitting the no, loving the not being able to get through gaps that I can clearly get through unless I press the X button. Loving it. Loving all this shit. Loving all this absolute shit. Loving all that shit as well. Loving pressing the square button. Loving pressing the square button, but loving pressing the triangle and sometimes the X button as well.
People! People! The number one criticism of the first game was the gameplay. So that'll be top of the priority list to fix that. No. It feels like you ever had a present of one of your aunties at Christmas for that bogging TJ Hughes shop on Socky Hall Street? There's always something rattling about inside their toys. They don't appear safe.
Here we go.
And playing this game isn't safe. It's dangerously dull. They've copy and pasted the gameplay for the first one, except this time it's longer. Talking bits, longer. Walking and talking bits, longer. Go and get this generator working for the 9,000th fucking time. There's so fucking much talking in this game because Neil is made out of chocolate.
So you're getting the impression I don't like this game.
These mannequins.
That's weird, isn't it? It's peculiar. Do you want to see something else that's peculiar? 94 4.6. He's enjoying this. He's enjoying it. I think this is what this world needs right now. This is the game that this world needs. This vile this vile, grim, bleak, boring game. It's the way that people are reacting as well to all this killing. Like they're upset for a split second and then they're right back to, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Everybody's just paper thin. Oh! Fucking pockets don't work. I've seen this guy for about fucking 10 minutes. 10 minutes of meaningless screen time. I'm meant to care who he is.
Is there something else you'd like to rehash?
No.
You can try and tell yourself that there doesn't do any damage, that they've made this second one whole. But I'd just like to point out to you Prometheus. Try watching the good Alien films now without thinking that shit. Prometheus. Nonsense.
It's silent treatment.
This is a mess.
Man,
This game's a
I forget
mess.
my own birthday if she didn't remind me when it was.
You should just apologize to her.
Oh, yeah,
Just
the
say-
fucking roads.
Okay.
What's going on with you right now?
Nothing.
This is the fucking... This is the pits. This is the worst.
It's alarming, isn't it, Mrs. Cow? Mrs. Cow, it's alarming, isn't it? Can I have your... No? It's alarming how the large... I haven't learned this, but it's alarming to see how the large games websites have scored this game. It's hardly the first time that that's happened. But this game is one hell, I've put a lot of ease, of a letdown. 9s and 10s everywhere for a game that at a push is a 6. The sound and graphics are good, but it's a miserable game from start to finish. It's a boring, dumb slog. My hope, though, is that we just forget about this meaningless, unremarkable cash in and one day be able to play the infinitely better story in the first one. The Last of Us was one of my favourite games.
Good.
Fucking say that again, Hen.
Hey,
Fucking say that again. That's the end of the review.
I'll go get him.
That's how I'll end the review with that bit.